So today is an absolutely stunningly beautiful mid-September morning, and another bike ride. Could have been motorcycling, but maybe tomorrow. And I am maybe one of the few people who can't wait for summer to end because I'm not a fan of extreme heat. And it was another hot summer, not crazy, crazy, crazy hot, but just crazy hot. And yeah, I've got air conditioning and all that, but I've got to get a can. Sorry about this. But it's artificial air, and it's just nice to have the windows open at night now. It's getting a little cooler at night, and to sleep with the windows open rather than the stupid air conditioner going on. And our fan for our central air is kind of loud, so it's annoying. But even in everything else, and plus, we still keep the house about 24 degrees, which is, for instance, in the winter, we keep our houses at about 16 degrees and just wear sweaters and cover ourselves with blankets when we watch TV. So that's quite a difference. I like it cold at night, sleep way better when it's really cold at night. I keep my room maybe 14 degrees in the winter, and I sleep way, way better. It's really hard to sleep in the summer, I find, with the sun rising so early, too. So I'm glad the days are getting shorter. A lot of people, oh, no, the days are getting shorter. I love it. I love the nighttime should be dark. That's what night's all about. But anyway, so we're approaching one of my favorite times of year, which is autumn. October is going to be wonderful. All these leaves will be turning yellow because most of them are aspen. And it's going to be, and the sun is, I like the sun low. It's just a nicer light than the sun being right over the top of your head, as much as it can be up here in Canada. So I like a low sun, short days, cool, crisp air. So that's all coming until you get to, by the time February comes along, you get tired of being cold. You can't wait for spring. I don't think I can live in a place that, like San Diego, for instance, they say is one of the best climates in the world. It's always like 20 degrees Fahrenheit or 22. It's always sunny. Isn't that kind of boring? In a real shady area here. That's how low the sun is. A month ago, this would all be in the sun. Anyway, I've been reading a lot about or looking at YouTubes about, AI is in the news a lot. And I think for most people, it's not really affecting you much right now, but there's something coming along called ASI, is artificial superintelligence. And they say within 10 to 15 years, that'll be upon us, maybe. The way things are going now, maybe even sooner, where the machines not only will be as smart as people, but will be much more intelligent than the smartest person. So it's interesting, it's exciting, and also scary all at the same time. And I guess these things will develop personalities and emotions and reasoning. I'm watching a show right now. It's a show that's been out a while called Humans. I think it started in 2015, but it really, I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes. Kind of ahead of its time because the way robotics are developing, basically by the sex doll industry in Japan. Oh shit, another one. They're developing robotics, they're dumping billions into developing these robots, androids. Combine that with artificial superintelligence, and there's no doubt in my mind within 15 years, you will have androids walking around and you'll be hard pressed to tell them from human beings. Just go to any Walmart cashier and you'll wonder, are you real? Just kidding. Sorry, Walmart cashiers. But anyway, hopefully they'll be. Oh shit, there's another one. Didn't get any cans the whole trip. I'm quite a ways from home here, about almost 20 kilometers. Haven't got many cans, but I'm getting some here. So that's good. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's kind of, 10 years from now, I'll either be in the old folks' home or be dead, one or the other. So I can just sort of look and observe and eat my popcorn while what's going to happen is a huge amount of social upheaval. Everything's going to be different. Everything. But again, you think the internet changed things. Like, I've lived my life without the internet more than I have with the internet. And I got the internet, my first connection in 1995. Super slow, 24.4 baud, I think it was. I'm like, dude, that's cracked. I mean, and I got my subscription, my first subscription you got for $10 a month. You got, get this, 10 megabytes of bandwidth. Megabytes. That's a decent sized picture today. So I watched it develop and grow, the internet, and you have to ask yourself, would you go back to a time before the internet? It's just so convenient, especially online shopping. It made such a change in everyone's life. Kids today realize how inconvenient life was back then, before the internet. They can't conceive of things, even like banking, everything. I buy everything exclusively online. And even in the sticks where I live, in a very rural area, I click my mouse a couple of times. Yes, I use a PC, not a phone. And in 2 days, it's there. So you just can't beat that convenience. This is a great motorcycling. There's a motorcycle coming up now. It's one of my favorite motorcycling roads here. It's pretty quiet. Lots of twisties, elevation changes. What's he got here? Oh, fuck. Some kind of Harley shit. Sorry, Harley, guys. But yeah, the internet changed the world. And I think this ASI is going to change it even more. It's going to be crazy. Machines will literally be running everything. And like I say, I think they'll have androids. And like, you used to buy your PC back in the 80s, before even personal computers. They were just starting out. I got my first personal computer in 1988. Didn't know what to do with it really, but floppy disk, the whole ball of wax. But I was in a mall the other day in a small town where I am, and it was kind of depressing because a lot of stores were closed, hardly anybody there, because online shopping's killed the malls. And it used to be, I used to work in a mall. I was in retail. I met my wife in a mall, and the malls were the center of a town. They were more than a place to buy stuff. They were a social gathering area. The kids hung out in the mall. You met people. I'll meet you in the mall. I'll meet you at the food court in the mall. And the malls were packed. Of course, in Canada, where we have shit weather in the winter, there's still malls. They're not all dying off, because if you want to shop personally, it's still the best place to go. But there's so much online shopping now. Why would you get anything? Go out, park, you find parking, drive somewhere where you can just a couple of clicks of your mouse or swipes of your phone, and you've got it delivered to your door. So that's what's killing. And it's kind of depressing now when you see a mall that's so I mean, the 80s were the best decade ever, I think, for me anyway. I got so much done in the 80s. So many things happened to me. I got married. I moved in and out of, because I was transferred a lot, 6 houses. Gotta watch it here. These guys come whipping down that. It's my turnaround point. But the 80s were fantastic. Probably the best music was in the 80s. People were social. There was not this gap between the right and the left. People were fairly friendly. Yeah, it was the time of the serial killer, but the 80s were just probably one of the most amazing decades in the history of, I guess if you were a white straight male, it was the best. If you were other so-called vulnerable or marginalized people, maybe not so much. Maybe now's better.
How long does it take you
For what?
from Penticton to Olala?
Oh, you driving? Probably just take you 15 minutes.
No, no, you.
Oh, I just go to this turnaround point here. Hour and a half. Yeah. Well, I pick cabs. I take my time.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a beautiful road here.
I know. That's why I take it. I
Yeah.
don't like the highway too much. Too many tailgaters.
Yeah.
And
If you can get this like now without any traffic, it's just beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
This is my speed.
Yeah. Enjoy your drive. Okay. Okay, I don't know why. I'm not a social person, so when people start to talk to me, it's a little bit awkward. Do my best. Oh, I don't know what. He was just being friendly, I guess. I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, the 80s. It was just an amazing decade. It just, of course, I was in my prime. I was in my, 30s? And now, anyway, the point being that the internet changed a lot of shit, and everybody's on extremes, views, and all this shit. And you're on that team, I'm on this team, and we hate each other. It's like the internet. It made a lot of things super convenient, and it also made a lot of things super nasty. And you wonder what this ASI is going to do. Is it going to fix that shit? Or is it going to make it worse? Like I say, for me, it's not going to make that much difference because hopefully it'll, oh, there's one there, make my old age better, maybe. At least you give, I'm an observer, so I like to sit back and watch the chaos as long as I'm not involved and it doesn't affect me too much, which it might. Yes, no one knows. Eh? That's the thing. You're going into the unknown. Oh, fart. Going into the unknown of this artificial intelligence and how many jobs and the social upheaval is going to be off the freaking scale. If you think it's socially crazy out there now, there's going to be lots of jobs lost, different jobs gained. Where's all the money going to come from if we're not producing anything? I don't know. So many questions, such the scary unknown. It's like going up the first ramp on a roller coaster. It's exciting, it's interesting, exhilarating, but it's also kind of scary. And like a roller coaster, you got no control. There's nothing you're going to do about it. Once this thing's unleashed, it's gone. Just see where it goes and either go with it or fight it. You know me, I like to adapt. As the saying goes, may we live in interesting times. Okay, well, it's probably enough blabbing for now. Artificial super intelligence. I use Grok a lot. I mean, all the search engines now, where you go to Google, you'll get, what have they got? Gemini? Is that what it is? And Microsoft has Copilot or something. Twitter uses Grok. It gives you a little bit more, not just websites, but information. So I guess everybody is sort of using that shit now. Hopefully the information given is at least 50% correct. I got it off the internet. Oh, well, it has to be right. More like it has to be wrong. So much misinformation, so much bullshit. It's just that I think people just expect bullshit when they do anything on the internet. What kind of bullshit am I going to get now? Anyways, oh, so beautiful today. You can hear the creek. Listen to the creek. I don't know if you can hear that. All I need is a bear to come out and maul me right now. There goes that nice day. Okay. Whoa. Is that ever nice?